It's white off time, the wisdom you didn't ask for, but certainly can't lead without. This one is for all hiring managers, C-suite, founders, and anybody who's trying to find talented people to come and work for them right now. It's no secret that the labor market has changed pretty dramatically in the last year. I certainly don't have a single client that isn't hiring right now, and I don't know any of them that are finding it particularly easy to find talent either. But there's also a lot of frustration out there in the talent pool. Look, most of us have seen the research that says 40% of workers are planning to change their jobs soon. Think about that, that's a massive number. So if you haven't felt that in your attrition, then buckle up, because after bonus time, you might. And it's clear that there are lots of jobs and that there are lots of people looking for jobs, but somehow it's not all connecting in the ways that we would probably expect. And some of the reasons I'm seeing and hearing speak to a number of things. Number one, a lack of acknowledgement on the part of companies and managers that the balance of power had shifted. It used to be that people had to convince companies that they were the right person for the job, but not anymore. Now companies have to go out and convince candidates that they are the right company for the next stage of that candidate's career. In other words, you're no longer interviewing candidates who would be grateful for the opportunity. That power is now gone. Those candidates are now interviewing you, and the basic message is that you better have your act together if you expect to win them against all these offers from your competition. And here's the bit you didn't ask for. Old norms like keeping salary ranges off of job postings are costing you. Pay transparency is costing you. It's all part of equity and inclusion, and a lack of diversity is costing you. Resistance to flexibility is costing you. Spyware is costing you. Lack of structured developmental opportunities are costing you. My next YDAF live guest is Karen Mercado-Kempter. She's a recruiter, a talent strategist, and she's a total badass in the worlds of fashion and beauty and consumer products. And she's a great bridge between talent and the people who are looking for it. And so she can speak from both sides of the fence, and she's going to come in for the YDAF Live, which is on Wednesday the 13th. And I hope you can join me, because when she did a poll, her audience was saying that they're sick of being ghosted by companies. And, I'm hearing that from companies. So who's ghosting who? It's complicated. There's a myriad of issues affecting this, what can only be called a Fustercluck. But, what's clear is that we have to do something. And so what I want to do is have a great conversation next Thursday, the 13th, with Karen, where we can kind of unpack some of this and give you some tips on what to do. So tune in on Wednesday the 13th at 9 a.m. for us. We'll be there to greet you live with coffee. Bring your bagel, bring a friend. And that's the YDAF, and I'll see you then.